This is what I call a color picker exercise, or picking colors that are compatible to put into some design or decoration. Now, design is two parts. There's this inner design right here that is what this is the color code that I want you to deal with. If I move this aside, there's an outer code back or uh, outer image back here that has been separated into different grays, and that is a background. And when I put this first circle over the second one, the first circle now, or the back circle is just showing these colors over the edge of this group. Now, this exercise is to help you work with color, albeit again, color I'm going to give you and let you see what's there. Uh, I've made colors in the swatches. I've saved some of these, but it's not important I'm saving at the moment. I want you to see how this thing works. Now, the first group of colors is this outer group right here that I'm going to work with, that you see in the finished little example there. And they are light tans to dark browns to actual black. The inner circle is the dark blue around to a light blue, and here are those colors. The back pattern has been set with these grays, going from light gray into a, not a black, but a darker gray. And so you see they start here and they move themselves around in the circle. So that's the pattern I want you to see and work with. Now, this first circle I've separated it out and made it just one color, and I've given you grouped image lines here so you can see that these have actually been cut. And it's like a pie. You're looking at a pie, but it's already been cut into an outer grouping and an inner grouping. This one in the back, it starts with a light gray and it goes around to the back side of the dark gray. If I took that now and said, I'm going to make the fill, see it's question mark in the fill because it doesn't know which color you want. Let's make the fill entirely uh, no fill, and the stroke I'm going to make it a really light gray. I'm going to say black, but I don't want it black. I want it to be really a low gray, so it's hard to see the stroke. I'm leaving a stroke there so you can see the separations where you're going to put these colors. Now, when I put this first circle back on top here, then there's my pattern without the colors, except for the brown here, so you can see the difference between the first unit and the one behind it. Now, I'm going to show you how to put these colors in there. Then I want you to make your own version of this wheel and actually lay the colors in. Remember how we arrived by those colors. Let me review that. In that, I'm going to make a square down in here. And the first square, I'm going to take that first color right there. And I'm going to take off the stroke and make the fill just the color. Now remember that eyedropper tool. If I select this one and click on that one, I get that color transfers there. Now I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. And so Option key, bring it out here, all of the quilt project, Shift key to make it level. And I get the second same color. Command D, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Okay, they're all the same color. I need to get something to work for me here. Now, I've determined that I want my last brown to be that color. So there's my last brown. And I'm going to take the color picker and choose that last brown. So I'm going from all these beiges to the brown. And the last color is going to be black. So I'll just select that and make it black. Now, I'm going to get these interim colors and these with these guys by selecting just those, all the beige and the one brown. Not the black involved here because I want the black to stay black. Now to get these interim colors, remember we go to Object, let's see, no, Edit. We're going to Edit down to Edit Colors because we're editing the colors that we're using. And then we're going to say Blend horizontally. That means it's going to blend from right to left. Now you could go vertically if I was stacking these things from top to bottom, but they're left to right. So blend horizontally, and you see it makes those color changes based on sampling a little this to this and this to this and this and this, and it just makes a progression across. And that's what that first line is right there. So that's how we arrived at those colors. I'm going to take these away so that you can see my color samples. And I did the same thing with the blue. I went to, in this case, I used a dark navy blue and a light blue here, and I made the transition across all 7. The same thing with the grays. Now, what I want you to do is to follow this as a pattern, but make your own by taking your white arrow with a plus, which will allow you to select something that's inside of a grouped unit. If I select that with a black arrow, it gets the whole unit because it's grouped together. If I select it with a white arrow with a plus, that will allow me to select any pre-cut shape here that I want to have that in place for selection and then changing. Now, that first color, as you can see in my sample, I select that, then I'll go get my color picker, this little eyedropper here, and select that light beige, and it appears there. Then I come down and select this second circle right here, the second part, and then it's selected. I take my color sample and go click there, and you see then I go around all the way to the dark brown and the black. Then I proceed to go on the inside of the circle, starting here with the dark blue and coming back around and going the other way from dark to light rather than light to dark. And then the last thing I'm going to do is to go back to my back panel back here and start with the lightest gray. So if that's the one I want, and take my thermometer tool and click, and now it fills color all the way, but you know it's behind it here, so you only see this outer visible area. And so I want you to go around and start with the light here and come all the way around until you get to this dark one out on this edge. And so what I want you to do is to complete this project with these 3 different color combinations, the blues in here, the browns out here, and the grays in the background. So that when you're through with this project, you have handled colors, you have dealt with this tool that is the eyedropper tool, you've used the white arrow with the plus so you can select selected areas inside of a grouped area, and then produce this color wheel by picking your colors and making it work. Now I've set the colors for you. You might want to try this a second one on your own and pick your own colors and make your own lines happen out here and get oranges and blues and greens, colors that will go together and make an interesting pattern when you get through with it. So this exercise in color picking, color manipulation, and color usage is another experience for you to have in Illustrator.